to explain to clients the benefits of what we can provide for them. Number 6, have a look at some of the 2020 tools on your CD, and if you do that, you will find several tools that are designed specifically to help in the area of value pricing. The first one is the Client Education Checklist, and that would be on accounts, Client Education Checklist for accounts, and we also have one for tax returns. The reason for this is that there are too many clients out there that have absolutely no idea what we do. And in the same way as the motor industry has done with the car servicing, we've come up with a checklist that which we hope will at least will get some of the clients to at least appreciate what we do, and therefore their resistance to understanding and therefore paying the fees or agreeing the fees will be enhanced. So that would be one thing. Another tool is the retirement calculator. I always think of this as being a nice way of getting into profit improvement. And when you have a look at the retirement calculator, you will see that by going through step by step, takes about 5 minutes. Most clients are woefully short on what funds they need for retirement compared to the amount of money they're currently saving. And that, of course, gives you a nice entree to say, well, would you like us to help to increase your profits so that you can put more money away for your retirement? So that's one of the tools. We then have all the consultants' manuals on the CD. We've got 4. One is on strategic planning, one is on marketing, another one is on financial issues, and the last of them is management issues. Now, the first one, strategic planning, is very popular. The marketing one is not so popular. Financial is very much cold to Newcastle, but gives you methodology as to how you go through all the different aspects of finance in a way that the clients can understand. And the last area, the consultant's manual on the management issues, is effectively how to systemize the business, job responsibilities, organizational charts, total quality management and the likes, so that the entrepreneur can gradually step away from the business, free up his time, so he can either spend or she can spend more of their life with their family or doing bigger and better things with their business. So have a look at the consultants' manuals. We've also got another one that I think is helpful. It's called the 5-Minute Financial Services Health Check. And that's a little questionnaire that one sends out to clients, inviting them to tick and send back to highlight financial services type issues. And if you wanted to develop that, that's a nice little tool to move into. The last one that I have got on my mind is the list of invisibles, which is, as it says on the tin, those little things that we just do and sometimes don't charge anything for at all because we just don't think about it. So mortgage letters increasingly more difficult right now today, but nonetheless, sometimes we charge, sometimes we don't. Registration, VAT registration forms, acting as the company registered office, those sorts of things. Perhaps what we do is we print off the list of invisibles, and some firms have even laminated it, given it to every single fee earner. And what that does is when the client phones up with, you know, little questions and issues, they turn to their price list and say, oh, that's going to cost, you know, £50, is that okay? And as long as the staff members understand the economics of saying such a comment, if you've got a £200 client, then you probably would want to charge for copies of accounts. But if the fee's £2,500, then maybe you might put that as all part of the service. Nonetheless, these are all the tools that you have access to as members of 2020, and I would encourage you at least to have a look at them and see whether they work for you. The last, the 7th point in terms of introducing value pricing is please go get yourself a digital Dictaphone. Digital, I spelled that correctly. Dictaphone. This is the tool of tools for every professional. every single meeting, whether it be in the office or away at the client's premises, as you're returning home in the car, why don't you dictate a letter rather than just knock out file notes? Because the letter says everything the file note would say, more along the lines of, you know, dear client, it was great to see you. Here's what we agreed to do. Here are the benefits if we did it. This is what you agreed to do. All of which you've probably noted down anyway, but now that you write to clients, it just enhances the value. And similarly, if you're inside the office, in the boardroom or the interview room, once you've waved the client off the premises, go back into the boardroom, shut the door, get the digital dictaphone out, and dictate your follow-up letter. That then gives you the opportunity to put PS at the bottom, I enclose my fee note, which may or may not be appropriate. So there we go. There's 7 points that might help you introduce value pricing. I hope you find that helpful. And I hope that if you don't, or you want some more information, then please don't hesitate to pick up the phone or email us. We're only too pleased to help.